In 1979, Toru Iwatani and his team of 9 people began development on a game that would change arcades forever. The game was called Pac-Man. The game became a huge hit. It would spawn sequels, spin-offs, ports, and even a song. Pac-Man even became the mascot of Bandai Namco Entertainment, and to this day has grossed over $14 billion in revenue. I wasn't around for Pac-Man fever in the 80s, but it didn't matter. By the time I was around and enjoying gaming, Pac-Man was still just as popular as ever. Since my introduction to the character, I've bought plenty of merchandise, played plenty of the spin-off titles and the original, and have even visited the Pac-Man bar. When you look around, it's obvious to see that this character has made a profound impact on our culture, and the merchandise just keeps coming. Today, we're taking a look at one of those pieces of merch, the LEGO Icons Pac-Man Arcade Cabinet. The set includes one minifig, has 2,651 pieces, and retails for $269.99. It is one impressive beast of a set. So let's get to it. The first steps before building the cabinet was to build the topper, the interactive Pac-Man with ghosts. It's a cool removable piece that actually works great on its own, but I'm going to keep it on the cabinet, I think. The longest and tedious, yet most rewarding part of this process was building the inside. There's a lot of small moving parts and a lot of putting small pegs into holes. At certain points, I felt like it would have been wise to just wear like some gloves or something for my thumbs. It was definitely one of the most in-depth sets that I have ever tackled, but very, very cool. About a week and a few building sessions later, I was done. So, here's the final verdict. So here it is, the final set, the completed cabinet all together, and it is quite a beauty. First, we'll focus on the topper. So this is just Pac-Man and 2 ghosts, and there's a really cool feature on the back. You can do that and make them spin around. So it's a kind of a small thing, but it's really cool, and I love just the fact that it looks like something that could be its own display piece, but then if you want, it fits right up there very nicely. So then the cabinet itself, like I mentioned earlier in the video, the insides were pretty complicated to build. There was a lot of technical stuff going on, a lot of different pegs to put in and different moving parts that eventually come together to make the machine move with a crank on the side. And so it looks like somebody is moving Pac-Man around. And it even goes as far as to turn the characters as they're moving around corners. And I guess that was one of the things mentioned in the manual that was something that took them a while to get. The whole turning of the characters was something. So then we have the light up brick, which I also showcased earlier. So there's 2 white buttons in front, and you get the light up brick for the coin slot, which is very neat. And then this button just is a showpiece. The joystick does move around a little bit, and the thing that I really am always a little iffy on with these sets is the stickers, mostly because my hands aren't very steady, but I think for the most part it went okay. There's two big stickers on the sides, and there's two big stickers in the front. Luckily, this top part is just a solid set of pieces with the decals printed on, and it doesn't really look all that sloppy, so it looks clean. The character pieces are printed, which is great. Imagine trying to put small stickers on that and have that work out. And then the high score is a sticker. This stuff moves around up top as you spin the crank. You get the numbers spinning. And then finally, one of the hidden spots back here that is kind of the grand finale is you can take the back panel off and you can see the kind of inner workings here as you turn the crank. But then you also get a miniaturized version of the cabinet. So it's kind of a smaller build. It goes pretty quick, but it's also a great excuse for them to throw a minifig in there and have something extra, just, you know, besides the machine. So I really like this part. I like that they put the cubby in the back there, and getting the back part on and off is super simple. You have two pegs at the bottom and it just pops right on there. So overall, it's a pricey set, but most of the LEGO Ideas sets are pretty pricey. It's a lengthy build, and they nail a lot of the features that you would have hoped they nailed. It's really, it doesn't get old turning this crank. I love watching the movement. I love pushing this button and making them do that. And it's just, it's beautiful. It's a great set to look at. It's a great showcase piece. So overall, I'm going to give it 4.5 ghosts out of 5. Thanks for watching, everybody.